Hello everyone, welcome to Storytime in Seacliff. Yesterday's clue from Oberon was this beautiful red, I'm going to call it a pebble because that's the name of our story, Sylvester and the Magic Pebble. All right, by William Steig. This, I have to warn you, is very, very sad in the middle, but the end is extraordinarily happy. So hold that thought in mind. All right, here we go. Sylvester Duncan lived with his mother and father at Acorn Road in Oatesdale. One of his hobbies was collecting pebbles, yes, of unusual shape and color. Well, one rainy Saturday during vacation, he found an extraordinary one. It was red and shiny, perfectly round, like a marble. As he was studying this pebble, he began to shiver. Maybe he was excited, and the rain fell very cold on his back, and he said, "I wish it would stop raining." To his great surprise, the rain stopped. It didn't stop gradually. No, it ceased. The drops vanished on their way down, and the clouds disappeared, and the sun was shining, as if the rain had never existed. Well, in his young life, Sylvester had never had a wish gratified that quickly. It struck him that magic must be at work. To make a test, he put the pebble on the ground and said, "I wish it would rain again." Nothing happened. But when he said the same thing, holding the pebble, the sky turned black and there was lightning and thunder. "Wow, this is my lucky day," thought Sylvester. "From now on, I can have anything and everything I want. My mom and dad are going to have anything they want. Everybody, my friends, everyone is going to get what he or she wants." He wished the sunshine back that day, and he was wishing, he was wishing for a snack, and everything seemed to be happening just as he expected. He could not wait to get home. Just as he was crossing Strawberry Hill, thinking of the many, many things he could wish for, out jumped a mean, hungry lion. Don't be afraid, guys, don't be afraid. He was frightened. Sylvester was very frightened. He wished he could make the lion disappear. He should have said that, or he could have wished himself safe at home. He could have wished that the lion would turn into maybe a butterfly. He could have wished many things, but he was very, very frightened, and he didn't think carefully. And what he wished was, "I wish I were a rock." And he became a rock. The lion came bounding by, thinking he had seen Sylvester, but what he saw was only a rock. So he kept on his way. And there was Sylvester, a rock on Strawberry Hill, with the magic pebble lying right beside him. But he was unable to pick it up. "Oh, I wish I could be myself again," he thought. But remember, he had to be holding the rock. He had to be holding the pebble. Oh, his thoughts began to race like mad. He was scared. He was worried. Oh, no. How would he ever become himself again? Someone would have to find the pebble and wish that the rock next to the pebble was a donkey, Sylvester. What are the chances of that? Slim to non-existent. Sylvester fell asleep. Meanwhile, back at home, Mr. and Mrs. Duncan were pacing the floor. Sylvester had never come home late before. Where could he be? They visited up and down the street. They asked their neighbors and their neighbors' pets, "Has anyone seen Sylvester?" No one had seen Sylvester. They asked all the dogs in Oatesville if they would search for him. They all looked and they sniffed, and sure enough, they sniffed even behind that rock. But no, they could not find Sylvester, because now Sylvester was a rock. Well, Night followed day, and day followed night, over and over again. Sylvester woke up on the hill less and less. He thought he would never, ever become himself again. He would be a rock forever. Well, the leaves fell, and then the snows came, and it was spring again. The earth was warming up, and all the blossoms were coming out, and everything was beautiful, and Sylvester was still a rock. There's the pebble right there. One day, it was May, like this month, Mr. Duncan insisted that he and Mrs. Duncan go out for a picnic. They were so sad. They were missing Sylvester so very much. Well, Mrs. Duncan sat down on a rock. Guess what rock it was? Yes, the Sylvester rock. Oh, his own mother sitting on the rock woke Sylvester up from a deep winter sleep. How he wanted to shout, "Mother, Father, it's me, I'm right here." But he couldn't talk, he was a rock. Mrs. Duncan was setting up the lunch, and all of a sudden, Mr. Duncan noticed a fantastic red pebble. Yes, the magic pebble. He put it in his hand. He was holding it, and he was saying, oh, if Sylvester had seen this rock pebble, he would love it. They sat down to eat. And sure enough, they put the pebble closer and closer to the food to admire it. And Mrs. Duncan said, "You know, Father, I had the strangest feeling that Sylvester is nearby." And Sylvester said to himself, I am. If only they could make the magic work. Oh, I wish that my darling boy was here on this lovely May Day, said Mrs. Duncan. Mr. Duncan looked, and he held the pebble in his hand and said, yes, I wish that Sylvester were here with us. Oh no, look what happened. Oh, the table, the rock they were using, suddenly the magic worked. Sylvester was transformed back from a rock into a donkey again. Oh, you can imagine the joy that followed. Oh, the kisses and the hugs, the questions, the answers. Well, when they eventually calmed down a bit and they'd gotten home, Mr. Duncan put the magic pebble in an iron safe. He was very uneasy about it. Someday they might want to use it, but really, for now, what more could they wish for? They were all together again. And that's the end of the story. I told you we'd have a happy ending. Okay, we better do our birthday cake fast. We're going to sing to a dear friend of mine, Pam Osmond, who graduated from college. Yes, Pam is a dear friend, and I so loved her mother, Marie Young. And now we're going to find out what it's going to look like. Ben, B, Bevy, Riley, Emily, James, Audrey, Lila, Graham, Haley, and Maeve, all chocolate. Joseph, Molly, Lily, Allison, Nicholas, and Alice, vanilla. So that's 6 to 12. Oh, wow, it's a lot of chocolate, not so much vanilla. But let's sing to Pam, okay? Happy graduation to you. Happy graduation to you. Happy graduation, dear Pam. Happy graduation to you. Oberon, where is the clue? Here it is. Here we go, my friends. A lovely pig. Thank you, Oberon. Thank you, cameraman Dan. And remember, I love you all very, very much.